Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be showing you how to demo and remove two exterior chimneys. This is the one on the left of the house, and this one, it's a little taller on the right side. Please stay tuned and continue watching until the end, because we're going to show you the entire process of how we were able to take all of this out and we sealed up the area so that way it doesn't have any leaks, and this is going to last for many years to come. We're going to start by removing the left side chimney, and the reason is because the homeowner told us that the house, it has leaks through this part. So we decided to start here, and we're estimating this project to take up to 3 days, and I'm going to be updating you as we go along the video. The first thing we're doing is starting to remove the trim on all of the corner areas, and we have a few tools here, some pry bars, we have some long rods and also some shorter ones. We have some good sized sledgehammers and some hammers. All of that is going to help you to start pulling and removing any of the nails. And we're just going to be taking this out one panel at a time. We don't want to go crazy and start breaking things and just going crazy with it. We just want to take it one step at a time. And if you do it this way, you can remove all these panels, and it's going to help you keep your job site cleaner and more efficient. This is the inside of the chimney. That's the exterior of what's going to be the outside of the house. And on the inside, it just has like a metal tubing, which we took it out already, but that's what holds the fireplace. And then it just has all like the exterior just to kind of enclose the area. But like you see right here, it's not that hard to do this. We removed this chimney within a few guys in a couple of hours, and now all of the area is exposed. The nice thing is it already has insulation and everything, so all we need to do is clean it up a little bit, and we're gonna put metal flashing and install the new T111 siding. This is the second chimney over here. This one was more challenging. We have like more limited access, and it took us more time, but thankfully we were able to remove both of these in the same day. So we're just doing the same process, starting from the top and also from the bottom. We have our couple guys right there. They're helping each other out, being extra careful. You can see the metal tubing up there, and that's what basically takes out all of the smoke and the heat from the firewood, from the chimney. All the exhaust, the fumes and everything go up through there. So that's how the structure is of the chimneys, and it's just a matter of removing all of the framing, all of the 2x4s or 2x6s, whatever's there, and we're removing the siding panels completely. Now all of this, we're going to be throwing it away, and we're going to be using new material to seal up the area. And we're just being as careful as possible, trying not to just allow those sections to fall, especially since we have the fence and we don't have a lot of room between our client and the neighbor next door. So once you do that, now we just have all the chimney removed. On this side, it already had like some siding there, like you see. That helped us out a lot. We just have to make some cuts here at the bottom so it's nice and straight. And we're just gonna put some flashing in between where the two sections meet. And we just need to measure up the area and install those panels. That's what my worker's doing right here. So he's just measuring that. In the meantime, we have all this debris that it was a decent amount, but we were able to fit it in one of our ProMaster vans. And then this is the next day. We left. We're gonna be able to start putting in the siding, and we have you can see the metal flashing there at the bottom that we installed. We're just following the same design that the house has before. We're using the similar materials. We're making sure that we have the proper supports, and we're covering up the area just in case if it rains or whatever. And but there you see you have the flashing up there that's following the same pattern and design, and then you have this lower box. Now down there they have a basement, so we're also going to be enclosing that. We're going to make sure to put siding all around it and put some caulking and making sure that any water that goes there, it's not going to get into the house. So once you have that set up, we're starting to put that lower section, and then we installed that metal flashing. And the flashing, it helps so that way any water that hits the side of the house is just going to continue to flow down via gravity, and it's going to prevent it from going inside of the structure. So once we do that, we're measuring, cutting those panels, installing them with a air gun nailer, and there at the top we're making sure that the flashing, and we just put that with a few nails. And from there we're going to measure. This section is going to be a little tricky since it's at an angle. All you got to do is just measure the low part, and then how wide it is, and then also the upper part, and from there you can just cut whatever you need. So we're following those same measurements, and we also have like a string line that we run. That's what we're doing right there, and that helps so that way you can try to get the cut as straight as possible. Once you have the section, we recommend for you to present it and just make sure that everything is covered. We noticed that this one was a little bit longer than it was needed, so once we took a look at it carefully, we just had to make a little bit more of a cut, and from there it fit pretty good. So we just nail it in place, and then that other little section, we're also just going to measure that and make the cuts on all four corners, which we can use at one of those little sections. And once you do that, we're pretty much done here on the left side of the house. In the meantime, one of our workers is doing this, someone else is loading up all of that wood. We were also bending any nails that were sticking out of the wood, so that way they don't get stuck in there. So once you have that piece, we can nail it in place right there where the 2x4s are of the framing of the house. We also had to cut like a little section up there, and then we just cut a little section for the outer the fascia board, basically that's what they call it, and we cut that. And then also down here, that box that leads to the basement, we're gonna make sure to seal that up because we don't want any water to get down in there. So we're gonna be just sealing that up with the siding, the same material that we're using on the top. And then where all of the joint areas meet, we're gonna be putting caulking. Now in this box right here, what really helped us out is it already had like metal flashing around the exterior. And then at the very top, we put some waterproofing material on it. Afterwards, we're gonna go ahead and put caulking on all of the holes where we nailed down the material. All of these steps are very crucial. This is what's gonna help you to have long-term professional results. And so we're just gonna take our time. And then at the top, we also have this special roofing material that has a strong adhesive at the bottom, and we're just going to make sure that it goes underneath the roofing, the existing roofing, and that it covers all of the area. We're going to cut off any excess. We have that black metal flashing that you see right there that continues the same design with the house. And then afterwards, we had a few extra shingles from the house that we're going to install. In this portion, we're cutting the panel that we're going to place on top of that box there at the bottom. We're going to do that here in a little bit. And after that, that's going to be pretty much it for this side of the house. We just got to clean everything up, caulk all the seams, all the lines, anywhere that water can potentially get in there, like where the joints, in all the areas where the siding meets one with the other. We're going to put a good amount of caulking in there. Now on the other side, we just installed this panel here at the bottom, and then we're just putting a trim piece of, it's like a 1x3 trim that goes along this area, since there's two different kinds of siding. So in order to make it look as best as possible, we're going to be installing that trim piece along where those two different sidings meet. And then afterwards, I'm going to be painting all of this siding. I'm using a combination of the paintbrush. With the paintbrush, I'm able to get all the areas where the seams of the siding is. And then with the roller, I'm able to get all of the surface. So on this side, I decided to paintbrush all the seams first. I'm applying a decent amount of paint and spreading it out to get a nice consistent application. Then at the very end, I'm just going to utilize the roller and paint whatever's left. And I'm trying to focus mostly in the area where the chimney was taken out. The nice thing is the homeowner, he's using a really good quality paint, and this is perfect for exteriors. And what this does is it helps you to seal up the siding material, and it just provides an extra layer of protection. So that's why we highly recommend for you to use a good quality paint material, and that's going to help you to extend the life of all these materials. And so that's the results. After I painted everything, we just have a little bit of work to be done at the bottom, but that's how it just looks amazing how it turned out, like part of the house. And then over here, we're just putting some additional caulking, and we're also removing some of there was like some rough areas where the existing siding that was popping out. So we're scraping that and just cleaning everything as best as possible. Then at the very end, we're going to apply some additional paint. All we have left is just some minor detail work that we're going to be completing. But that's pretty much the process of how we canceled 2 of the exterior chimneys here on the house. We hope you liked this video. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and activate the notification bell, so that way you don't miss out on any future videos that we're going to be uploading, especially since we do a lot of different projects, whether it's on the outside or the inside of the house, and there's a lot to go over and to learn from. May God bless you, and we'll see you on the next project.